It's bebop time. Cowboy bebop. Ba 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 ba. Time to bebop. So I am not trying. I don't know even know if there's a character called Cowboy Bebop. But drawing the character Faye Valentine. So I hope that will be to everybody's liking. Gonna do my princess today. Princess. Well, it seems that was a little too big. For Miss Faye. For Miss Valentine. Hello, hello, hello. Be sure to hit that like button and share it out. What?
Are you on yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I got another basket that's completely dry. And somebody took our laundry out of the washer. And there's a table full of stuff, and I don't know who it belongs to.
Where is this? Come on. Reason. Mom? Hey, I'm back. Sorry about that. Fiascos. Well, 6 more. A mom who can't read. Hey, Evan. I don't know. He retweeted some stuff a few days ago, but he seems to be pretty much gone. Maybe he's just having to deal with some stuff in real life and doesn't have the time to come on to. Well, there goes my blue. I know I got. Yeah. If only it was. Actually, I've got some new business cards coming in. I just ordered. Things are turning around at the moment for me. My mom. True. But you can complain about it on the internet, but will somebody actually listen and care? Yeah. Hey, Dillard. Yes, mother. Uh huh. Yes, Dillard. Would you like a link or something? Again? Tired of you? Could anybody ever be tired of you, Dillard? Except for your wife, your daughter, your relatives. Nah, just joking, of course. Do I have the link for it offhand? No. Probably if you went back to the Friday that I did it, you could get the link from the chat. Be right back. Not being mean. I'm being sussy. Do you want the chat link or not, Dillard? It's a yes or no question. Such man hands. I hate those hands. And how did you win? You hadn't won. Seeing as how you didn't win on the day, nothing. The poll may have been there, but all voting was, in a sense, closed. Okay. And what makes you say the Brazilian wax is a villain? Well, he'll have to come in here and tell me, but he could have changed that up since the contest, so. You want your prize, Evan? Take it up with Raggedy. He's got it. Well, he'd have most of it. He has the cards. He has the sketch card of my Brazilian superhero. And he has Brazilian wax one. So that'd be the only thing that would technically not be part of the prize. Then it would have been me doing your character, the Amazon one. I did on a sketch card. I forgot about it at first, but I did do it, and I sent it off to Raggedy. Yes, but at the time he said it was a hero. He entered the character as a hero. If you could get him to admit it to me, I might be willing to draw you up your character on a sketch card. Or, of course, you could always commission me. Well, he was in on my show earlier, Evan. He was at High Noon. Where were you? Yeah, I know. The arm is wrong. The hand is wrong. And it's not twice as long. But she does have long arms. I probably made the legs too short to begin with. No, I think the legs are too short, but I don't want to redraw them. My hips aren't wide enough. And you forgot to give her. Now here's what I'm working with, the main picture. Yeah, that's probably why I'm screwing up so bad. Copying a bad picture. Everybody says good things about Cowboy Bebop. Hello, Metal. How are you? Hating this. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot to go on. Here, I'll show you my stuff for this. Yeah, well, somehow I don't think this has anything to do with Cowboys of the Old West. So there's all my reference. Just like the stance in that first one. Let's see. Let's copy some of the good stuff here. Again, wrong bebop. Although you're doing that on purpose. Something I do, mind you. This one isn't from a Ninja Turtles cartoon. Neither have I. But I seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in a half shell. Turtle power. That's what I said. Heroes in a half shell. Listen, Dillard, listen. Are you sure it's not the villains in a half shell? My wee latte. And I should be thinking the leprechauns in the half shell. Just because there'd be a wee bit of green in them. Okay, they got me a little bit of green. Cowboy Bebop is a space opera, but instead of going to a opera, you ended up in a jazz club. Says the metal. Hey, Matt. He rose and sure you can, John. Sure you can. See, all you have to do is ask once nicely. If I haven't given it to you already. And I'm usually willing to give the link. Willing to link the link. You're going to come on and tell me how to correct this, so I know it. I gave him the link. Well, I roasted them pretty good earlier, Evans. If you go back to High Noon and listen to it later. Suppose it, villain, till Raggedy admits it to me. Give me a link. Give me a link. Don't stink the mink. And don't have a fink. I'm no snitch. Hey, there's only one problem. Anatomy police.
Hello.
Hello, John. One problem with that, Evan. If I don't, you're snitching by just by saying that it was supposed to be a villain. You've already snitched.
Okay, now I came here, Rick, because there's a very simple solution to the problem that you're having here.
Yeah.
And what I would suggest you do is you find one.
Arms?
What?
Cut off her arms?
No. Nothing that stupid. No. What I mean is there's a very simple solution. And what I would suggest that you do is you find one of these online and print it out and just have it taped up next to your drawing desk somewhere. And that is what?
Oh, what do you mean? What? Have what printed out? The picture?
Oh, let me show you. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen. Okay, there. I'm sharing that. Let me know if you can see it.
Oh,
okay, perfect.
The circle.
Yes, this is the this is not a hard and fast rule for any kind of animation or anything like that whatsoever. But this is a very, very strong suggestion, and that is make your character 7.5 heads tall.
Yeah.
And that's if you're doing a female, anime style. It could be 9 heads for comic style traditional men. It could be 8 heads for a standard person. But what I want to show you here, check this out, is that if you just chip this part out, like again, the top circle is the entire height of the head. It's not the cranium. It's the entire height from the head to the chin. And it looks like you're doing the head way too small. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you start to cut it up like this, but you're not. This is the proper height. Then do the neck. You get the shoulders going down. Remember, the belly button is right at the bottom of the third head. That's where the belly button's going to be. Not lower than that. It's pretty like the torso is pretty tight. It's pretty compact. It's close to the head. You see, because what makes up the majority of the length of the human figure is the legs. The legs are half the height usually, if not more. So like make sure to put the rib cage in here and make sure to put those obliques so you don't look like the waist gets pinched. And remember put the shoulders in, the waistline where the top of the third, the bottom of the fourth circle, that's the crotch line. That's the base of the crotch. And that's where the hips should be the widest. Right there. And just keep going down, bring it down, and maybe get these legs in here. And get that seventh head, that bottom part. That 7.5 heads, that should be the base of the feet where the feet touch the ground. And right here at the line where the bottom of the privates is, where the hips are the widest, that is the cutoff right there. That's where the wrist on your arm should be bending. The hand is going to be below that line. And on top of that is the rest of the arm. Well, now I have 2 of these taped up behind my desk right here because it's super easy to start drawing and then just forget.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you and especially it gets hard when you start doing perspective because these things start to change up. But you have to keep that stuff in mind, or else everything starts to look wonky. The torsos get too long, the legs get too short, which is what happened with what you're drawing, where it ends up looking like the legs are way too short.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know I can see I didn't do the waist big enough here.
Right, and even on very skinny girls, they still have hip bones,
Yeah.
It doesn't just shrink down to nothing. The what happens is, like, if you're looking at my drawing here, if the skinnier she gets, this area here will start to curve in, but you'll still get this bone right here that becomes visible,
Yeah.
And right here, if you're looking at the anatomy, let me do it in red. If you're doing the anatomy, there's going to be a hip bone here like this. But right here, this socket is where the bone connects. And remember, the bones go in like this.
Yeah.
The femurs. So there's this pad of muscle right here, which is where it sticks out the furthest. You're saying it pushes the skin out. So if you're doing the skin, like say they do the skin in green here, the skin's going to follow along around that bump, but it's going to go out. That pad there that protects the bone pushes it out. That's just why right there at that line, that's where you get the widest point.
Yeah.
Then it'll curve back in, and she could have all the muscles showing, and this gap between her legs can be huge. You know what I mean? Like the triangle, that the gap can get super big, and when you get really skinny, I mean that gap does get really large, but the bone structure remains the same. This area here cannot get smaller. It can't go in any further. The bones won't let it.
Yeah. See what you mean.
So I would what I'm saying is I would suggest you take. Well, I have some. Well, what I'm saying is to get that and print it out and stick it because I have it right here next to my light socket, so I can remember. Okay, that's how this is supposed to go. And remember, you can make people in all kinds of different variations of this, and it can look however you want it to look. But the main muscular and bone structure got to remain the same. And again, you can have characters like Teen Titans Go where they don't follow this at all. You know. But it's a good rule to go by if you're going to start making characters. And what I like to do, let me erase this. Hold on. Is I'll take that character, and if I'm going to be doing like an anime, like I'm going to be doing it a little bit later today, I'm going to be drawing that Deku kid.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's supposed to be like 11, 12, 13 or something.
I forget.
Yeah, I forget. Well, I never knew to begin with. But take that and put it next to him and be like, okay, let me just do these sizes up so that it makes sense, you know? Because once you have this down, then I can start drawing. Okay, let me start drawing the homegirl. What's that girl you're drawing right now? I don't know her name.
Faye Valentine.
So that's why I wanted to draw her looking like, oh, okay, you know, Faye Valentine. Doesn't Faye mean? No, never mind. Fairy, right?
I don't know what Faye means. Never been interested in a girl named Faye.
Because she's supposed to be kind of thinner, I think, and a grown woman.
Yeah, well, grown woman for sure, and she definitely looks thinner or sexy. I'm not sure how you want to put it.
Yeah, and see, I just had to stop myself right there. Like I was gonna draw right here and put her elbow right here, but when I look over here, that's not where the elbow lines up. So it kind of keeps me in check. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, I had to stop and end it there, so to make sure the top of the arm goes there. That's where the elbow is. Then I can make this discrepancy here.
Let's see. Metal says Faye, and then in brackets, no Y, is an older word for fairy. So I guess you are correct there, Monsieur Dillard.
All right, now check this out. You see what I just did right here? I messed up big time. You see that? I did her waist, and it's super tiny. But then I was like, oh, I forgot, and I had to keep on sketching until I put the waist a little bit further out back here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot because I'm looking at this. I'm like, oh, that's right. She's supposed to be thicker back here. So there we go. And then right there, I can put the leg. She'll have her whatever. And then I can put it out, you know, and play with it. Because, again, right there, we have to reference where the kneecaps are going to be, and we can change our position accordingly.
Evan says, Dillard, slow down. You're making me look and feel bad about my drawing skills. Skipping my dad. He said, let's see. He said, Dillard, start all over. I was busy trolling. This was up further. Somebody better draw an anemic Superman. Dr. Dillard is in the house. And Teen Titans Go to the Movies is the greatest film to come out of DC in 20 years. And then he says he's going back to sleep.
Oh, good night. And again, remember, like I say, I'm going to bend the arm here. I still take this distance right here between the elbow and the shoulder, and I go out with it, the same exact distance. So I can come out like that, and it'll be about, right there. That'll be the elbow. So now I can work with it, give her little tiny muscles, and that's where the elbow will be. And then put her hand out. There. She's doing a little gesture. And now that all of this is in the correct proportion to herself, then you can turn this blue line and you can really start to play with it. You can make the neck skinnier, the jawline thicker or thinner, the head longer, But as long as it's all in proportion and in relation to each other, it's going to look right when you finish it. Let's see here.
Metal says, I just wing it.
Well, yeah, if you got it like that, you can just wing it. The problem is a lot of people think they got it like that, but they don't. And this always gets me in my goat. Evan says, what?
Dead air. You should have slowed down. He's just trolling us. Don't listen to Evan.
And this is something that always got my dander up. This area here where the collarbone meets the shoulder, this has nothing on it. There's nothing there, which is why when you see somebody, whether they're fat or skinny, you can always see that area very defined. There's no muscles on it. Everything comes out of it. Like this shoulder area here has 3 muscles that connect from up here. This one, the middle one, and a back one. And they all connect down. Bam. They all start at this line. The chest muscle comes out from under the deltoid, this direction. It tucks up underneath it. And the bicep tucks up underneath the pec and the deltoid. So it comes out from under it like this. And all that stuff you can't really tell because skin's covering it. But when you do it incorrectly, all of a sudden the body just doesn't look right for some reason, because you have to keep that stuff in mind. Let me get rid of this here. So when you do it, the skin that comes here, there's a piece there that connects the chest to the deltoid. It'll come down like so. And then this area will come out of it. There's a little gap there. You'll see a little wrinkle there sometimes on an armpit. And then the muscle comes out from underneath that. Then straight from the middle of the collarbone here, if you go down at angles like this, that's right there. That's going to be the nipple line. So that this area here can't go past there, because you have to start right here in the corner. You have to start the beginning of the outside of the breast.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying, yeah.
Now, of course, if she was wearing clothes, like the breast would be compressed and pushed closer together, and everything wouldn't be flopping around so willy-nilly. But you get what I mean.
Yeah. Who knows what you mean, Sean? Ja.
What?
Ja. We know what you mean. I don't know anything. Ja. I'm a crazy man. Yeah.
Let me look up what this character looks like. Oh, what is her name?
Faye Valentine.
Faye Valentine.
Or Valentine, something like that.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's a problem.
Yeah, here. Let me get it for you, Dillard.
Oh, I got it already. Don't worry. No worries. Eh?
There, put in the chat.
There's all kinds of references for this girl. What are you talking about?
I didn't say there wasn't reference. It's a good reference.
Oh yeah, she does have a really kooky looking outfit on.
Metal says, Evan says, the metal makes content. And metal says, Faye can also mean loyalty or belief.
Yeah, in Spanish it means ugly.
So in Spanish, you don't want to call your daughter Faye?
Nope. That's actually a pretty common nickname in Spanish. They call it all of the girls that are born kind of ugly. They call them fea. But Mexican people, they're not American. They weren't born into a privileged society where everybody's super PC. So they'll call the light skinned kids güeros. They'll call the dark skinned kids negros. What is she wearing on her elbows? Is it like a shirt that's just kind of fallen down, like a sweater?
I'm not sure. We don't have Elric here. We don't have some anime guru here at the moment. We don't even have Bob here.
You don't got Bob the Papayo?
Evan says to Metal, what are you working on? Stream stuff? Metal said, I would stream if I could, but my computer might die. I need a new one.
Oh yeah, my computer will definitely die if I stream right now. Like I think about doing a stream and my computer starts coughing and smoking.
Evan says, the Metal is an anime guru.
Is he? Man, this girl got dumb old shorts on.
Says Dillard. Evan says, Dillard, what are you talking about? You're streaming now. It's not Well, he's on my stream. Is that streaming?
Nah, I'm a guest. What does she wear for shoes?
Boots like that. They're similar to that. Metal says, yeah, that's a shirt she's worn it proper a couple times, but usually just hangs there. Evan says, same site, same resources. Let's see.
Keep on the sunny side, always on the sunny side. I don't like this pose.
What pose is it? Oh, the one that you made?
Yeah. Whoa. What happened there?
What do you mean?
My whole screen started jumping around.
Metal says, every time I hear we keep on the sunny side of life, it reminds me of, oh brother, where art thou?
Oh, you're talking about the what's that troop name? The little girls, the Sunshine Sisters.
Evan says, I'm all out of ideas.
Out of ideas for what?
How to bug us?
What's the name of the girl from Resident Evil?
Oh, I have no clue offhand.
Is this something Valentine?
No, I don't think so. But I could be wrong. And there goes a messed up hand too with a gun.
Oh, drawing guns in hands are hard, Rick.
Yeah, well, she has a gun in her one hand, so here. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I should do what they did, just black a lot of it out, but I messed up on the hand, so.
Oh, the little Warby gals. There you go. Yeah, in the film, the Carter family made it famous in real life. Oh, and the name was Jill Valentine from Resident Evil.
It says, Metal, I need ideas for a new video. What have you got? Well, I don't think I should have done anime today. I really messed up on this character.
Well, the thing about anime is that they don't look real. So if you draw them the way that the animator did not animate them, it's you might as well just do a whole different character. They don't lend themselves to like different interpretations of them very well. Because the faces of them, they all look so similar. You know what I mean? Everything has to be just so. Can you hear me or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I sort of know what you mean. It's just, I'm usually better on anime characters. They're usually fairly simplistic, I guess what it is. And well, this one is far from simplistic.
Oh, I get you.
Maybe that's what. Then again, I don't do too bad for DC and Marvel. I don't know.
No, I think it's a really good idea that you decided to start doing your cross-verse on the majority of. Well, it is going to be on the majority of your streams, right?
What?
Doing characters from the cross-verse?
Well, I wouldn't say characters, but yeah. Since I'm going to be, the art, fan, the fan contest, everything. But yeah, well, see, I figure it's a good lead up to hopefully in January doing an Indiegogo. I'm thinking the 7th.
The 7th of January?
Yeah, for a launch date, but that's not 100% confirmed. I'm just thinking of that day because that was my grandfather's birthday on my mom's side.
Mm-hmm.
So that, it'd be neat to do it that day. have the launch that day. Although, like, the 7th of March isn't anything special, so. Which is the.
Which is the what?
Would be the end, especially if I go 2 months.
Oh, yeah. What actually is the name of your universe? Is it the Crossverse or is it something else?
Well, I say Crossverse because Cross Comics, but yeah. Cross Comics is the company, so, it'd be the Crossverse. To me, anyways. Just where, Marvelverse. The DC universe. Theirs is harder to, do that with. I like that mine's nice and easy to do that with.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. Metal responds to Evan with break down the Epic of Gilgamesh, but have very little understanding of the Epic of Gilgamesh and replace things with memes.
Yeah, I would like somebody to break down the Epic of Gilgamesh for me. I'm not even familiar with the story.
Evan says Gilgamesh.
You know what's sad? I'll tell you what's really sad. The first time I've ever even heard of the Epic of Gilgamesh was on Star Trek: The Next Generation, and this is when I was rewatching it when I was like in my 20s.
I'm not sure when I first heard about it. Wasn't in school, I know that. Mel says, see, already a great start, Evan. Okay. And Evan says, okay, I need dumb ideas I can execute quickly.
Well, I got a bunch of dumb ideas. What does he need ideas for?
Just to do videos. And then he says, Metal says, the range of dumb ideas is very wide. How well do you tolerate pain? Evan says, very well. Yeah, go make your channel like Kellum.
Yeah, go make your channel like Shoe on Head. I'll subscribe. I'll watch. Why am I drawing this character when I should have to draw Deku? What the heck?
I don't know. You're trying to show me something and end up drawing her?
Yeah, I don't want to draw her. I gotta draw somebody else right now. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Do not save. No, I don't want to save this. There we go. Yeah. Action scene right here.
Evan says, I remember the first time I heard about Gilgamesh. It was 5 minutes ago. And he says, what the heck is on the shoe head?
Oh, you never heard of Shoe on Head? He was like the first guy on the internet that was like eating nasty garbage and hurting himself to get views. Like, see this girl? I purposefully got her torso and the waist area and really pinched it really hard because this guy's like giving her the business with these tentacles. And I gave her this wacky pose.
The medal says, I read an English translation of the Epic of Gilgamesh when I was 8. I was obsessed with the ancient myths in elementary school. Still sort of am. Evan says, I read Cat in the Hat.
See if I can get this. Okay, we'll do completely black. We'll bump this brush size up tremendously. Just like that.
Evan says, I have an idea. Play the Epic of Gilgamesh.
I would definitely like to see somebody do that.
And then he says, wrong chat. Now, this is definitely not my best work, but it's probably not my worst work either.
What, you're not going to color it?
Oh, I'll scan it if I'm going to color it. Well, I'm going to scan it anyways, but I'll color it that way. So if it was wrong chat, what was it meant for, Evan? Let's check out what Dillard's doing. Let's come back to me. It's a secret, says Evan. A secret, yes. I never tell, no.
Ew, what an ugly voice. All right, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing the background for this thing. It's kind of boring, so yeah, don't look at me right now.
I think I'm gonna. Oh, let's see.
What you gonna do, Rick?
I was going to end, but well, I will in a sec when I finish reading Evan's big chat here. Gilgamesh is the priest king of the city of Yurk. He's a tyrannical king who works his people to death and takes what he wants from them. He kills the young men at will and uses the women as he pleases. Don't
Oh my,
it says Evan.
that's terrible. Sounds like a bad guy.
And then he says, I just got here.
Sounds like this guy is almost as bad as as the Brazilian wax.
Joshua here's who just really got here. Says, Evan just got here. Yeah, right. He says, I have to copy more. I have more copy to and paste from Wikipedia.
You see, Rick? You see what you started?
Call from +1.
Rick, that was the same person that called you earlier. Rick, you're missing out on millions.
All you heard was +1. How could you say that?
I mean, how many people, they call you from that number?
That's the start of that could be anywhere in Canada or the States. It's calling me with that.
But it isn't though, right? It's the same number?
I think it was, yeah. The medal says, also, John, you were thinking of Shoshen. Shoe on head is a girl who makes fun of feminists. Great channel, by the way.
No, I don't think so.
And Evan shows some face. One of the faces, which rolling on the floor, laughing, I think it is. And then the people you're cry out to the gods for help, so that they can have peace. The gods hear them and instruct Anu, the goddess of creation, to make a twin for Gilgamesh, someone who is strong enough to stand up to him and who will ultimately save him. Bum, 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 bum. This all in next week's episode on listen in for the continuation on next Cross High Noon. And then he said, Nanu makes an Ikadu, a wild hairy man who lives in the wilderness with animals. And Metal says, the guy who ate glue and stuff was Shoe-Nice. He spelled it as one word.
Yeah, there
And
you
Evan said, why am I copying and pasting this? I have no idea. You have Wikipedia. So
But I like to learn from people that know. I don't like to just go walking in blindly into things.
okay. You want to promote yourself, John?
Sure. My name's John Dillard. I have a channel on YouTube called Dillard Draws. Go over there and subscribe.
Okay. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow for High Noon. Tomorrow will be the first one of an unusual type of, well, I'm not sure how unusual, but writing cross comics profiles and scripts. We will be starting with a few profiles so that I need to remake. So let's see how that goes. So bye for now, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great and wonderful night. God bless.